Oh, I have done all the side content that was currently available, so it'll be actual main story time this time. Because the last 2 times I played this, I was playing side questies. Return to the Ironworks. I don't know where that is. I don't know what the audio mixing's on either. Oh, it's on 6. That's why the TV's incredibly quiet. Game. That'll be fine. What's that symbol? Ah, that's my cursor. Okay, that's a bit too loud, actually. Because I think I took one step into the intended area and didn't do shit in it. I should probably read that journal. What was I doing? It's been a few days. The Enterprise is but a final piece from completion. Unfortunately, not even Mid knows what the piece might be, though she hazards her father did. Clive returns to the hideaway to trace the footsteps of a friend. Except that's not the quest. The quest is to go somewhere else. Oh, we've maybe done the thing to find out what we need, and we're just gonna go to her and say hi. Yeah, I think we're just going to say hi. For all the faffing, I feel it needs to be an airship, not a standard ship.
Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Iron Yard's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's
Isn't that a Star Trek?
Anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Thumb?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
Nabu. We must. It's possible I'm an acceptable temperature.
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Myself.
You could turn it back to normal if you wished.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Stinky Badmans.
Everyone with me?
It's going to be cinematic Stinky Badmans or actual Stinky Badmans?
Here they come.
My god, the game's actually...
I'll take care of these fuckers.
Got more than 2 humans fighting with me at once. I mean, it's a PS5, it should be capable of doing that, but most of the time it's case of pick one.
How are we doing, Mid?
I thought you said that ship was fast.
Yeah, once it gets going, will that take time?
Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers. Come on then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer next? I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Oh, big stinky. Ow, that was my face. That was also my face. I'm trapped. Push me up against the scenery, that's cheating. Just him. Not gonna get anywhere close to him. Yes. Ow! I have to put a plaster on that and I keep forgetting.
That was easy enough.
I also don't want to put a plaster on my ring finger right on the knuckle joint because it's so sensory annoying.
Yeah.
Every time you bend your finger and even when you don't, it's just like, hi, it's a plaster on this.
Clive?
But the injury's right on the joint.
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my axe? No matter, heads will roll, all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engines dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through Emogi's veins. These foes will not fall easily. They will.
Like oaks before a woodman's task. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this on?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards.
Fuck it! Let's do the lot!
Actually, this would be probably a good fight to use the lightning bullshit in. There's quite a lot of goons.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, grab for it!
That can go horribly wrong. Could have landed in the... to be fair, that's not moving that fast, actually. I also don't think they needed to start going when they started going at all. It didn't take us any time to fight those goons, and I thought it was maybe because I was going to go into my Ifrit form and it might scorch the ship or something. Nah, just a regular goon fight. I'm going to have a sweetie. Yes. The sweets that you inhaled in about 10 seconds flat. The bazooka ones are quite pleasant. Ah! Slicey, slicey.
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I love my early Christmas present. We can consider it my birthday present.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine.
I did say if there's anything you wanted, I'd get that for your birthday.
Since you rose from the grave, my
I know
fortunes
you're
have
in the
plummeted.
sorts of creatures I chose for you.
Yeah.
Are you absolutely certain of this quest
This
of
poor
yours,
t-shirt is
Clive?
so murdered.
The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on
This
their
one's got
terms,
no.
which
The other
should
one's got
answer your
holes in the
question.
middle.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something.
At least the
On the
insignia is still
battlefield,
fine.
I am but a single
You can
axe.
hang it on the
Pathetic
wall
one, mind,
as a
but
poster.
single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000. And I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them.
Oh.
Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
How is your
Good luck,
Skyrim
Uncle.
going?
Good.
And
Picking up some
a fair wind to
very much
tend you.
required mods.
Mm-hmm.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Let me see the
Farewell,
pictures.
my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back.
I don't know what that is.
Cheerio!
Are you playing as one of the humans, Black Elf, or Argonian, or a cat person, or are you going to mod another race entirely?
Don't know. I might even mod in another race entirely.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
As you were twittering excitedly with Lee about Skyrim-y things. I played it once and a bit. Because I did like almost everything on one character, then I made it... Actually, I don't know if that was Oblivion or Skyrim. I think it was Oblivion. I tried to make a cat character just to get the like Thieves Guild and stuff quests done, but I just couldn't do it. And I was like, I want all the things I've got on my other character. And I was done with the game. I was just going back to try and get trophies for the opposite paths. And it's not really worth doing. Even then, when I had practically infinite time as a kid.
All this. What have I done?
My lord.
Oh.
There's a lot of sea between here and Wabud.
Faces are a bit off,
But
though.
any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the
So you
Black
might get
Galleon
surprised
before
if
she
you play as a
vanishes
girl
again.
hyena. Surprised you're not
What's to
in there.
prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells. Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Pull ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Do you feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
If it's a modded race, will the clothes fit?
I don't know.
I'd like to think if you put feet on a character whose feet are too big, it'll just use the default human feet shape. And it'll not clip horribly through the shoes.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating.
Ooh.
But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Oh dear. If this wrecks my ship, I'll be even more pissed about the time I wasted collecting parts for it. Just a scratch.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
Gee, it's lucky he didn't send another slash straight away after it. So I'm pleased the game hasn't just game overed me, but it's really stupid when enemies do that.
Yeah,
So I could totally...
Not much effort once you just go...
Oh, I missed that one, yeah.
Horror me, matey. A bearable looking party.
I'll find her.
Oh, Dog's colour scheme isn't changed in these cutscenes, because he's currently blue.
Sure, using a fire summon and all that shit is a good idea.
Bloody hell! How to stop it!
Oh,
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
pardon me. Ah, that was suboptimal use of time. More enemies, probably? Yep. Oh, dodge! Unacceptable. He's going to be too big to get caught in that storm, isn't he? Yep. He's still taking damage, just... Oh, well that seemed a bit... Oh, move out of the way of those, buddy.
Get him!
overkill, but whatever. Oh no, he's got loads of HP.
Proper fight at last. We're all going to die. First on the butcher's hill.
I need to hurry.
I'm trying. Well, I was exploring, to be fair. Oh dear. Bad things are happening to that boat. Oh, my little brother's fighting him. That's what the explosions are. Phoenix faffing about on the wooden boat. Yes.
No! There he is! He wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
What if wind? Excuse you. Thinking about... person thinking about...
Summon moves are a lot more powerful.
Yeah. Some of the summons are just better than others. And it's like Titan's are Titan's crap. Or rather, it doesn't match my style of play. And I also felt the moves that I previously had, I spent so long waiting for them to recharge. Whereas these ones, I've got a fast move on each slot, as well as a slow move. Ow. He's not taking damage, or he's taking damage, just not much. Flew over that railing. The new enemies appeared just as my AoE had wore off. Seems to often be the case. Excuse me, are you thinking about healing the bad guy? Don't tolerate that kind of behaviour around here. Oh dear. you targeting the bad guy?
Well done.
Stinky Badman didn't take any damage there, and he really should have. I used my lightning strike thing, which targets the nearest enemy, and it missed him. I wonder if it's because he was in the middle of a dash attack or something.
What the hell are you?
She won't take us yet.
Oops, that was overkill.
Jill,
You came.
get back.
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix, are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
I wonder if any of that's because I slurped some of his powers the first time I killed my little brother.
In earnest then.
I think you should have just dodged that instead of trying to shield it, mate. It's cut through the ocean itself. Look.
Oh, Jesus. Strong.
I'm not sure if you'll actually get around to properly playing this or not, because you've seen a not insignificant chunk of it. So I'm going to be like, look, a cool thing, look, a cool thing. How is the venture going? how many hundreds of pages of mods is there for Skyrim? Yes. At least that laptop will be able to hold... Oh, well, you've not even got that many tabs open. Oh, I'm looking forward to eventually snaffling Simon's laptop and being able to have tabs for days and it not die. Because everyone talks about my tabs, but nobody talks about Simon's tabs, which are at least twice as bad.
Can you go on?
I think so.
Okay.
But to where?
Oh. We got water playing with my brother who wants to play with me. I mean, obviously we'd be ripped off if we didn't actually get a fight Odin ourselves.
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the mother crystals.
Oh, was there another
and restore
mother
balance
crystal?
to
I
the
thought I'd
world.
got them all.
Come.
I was thinking, why was it still
You
going
truly
crap?
think it's so simple. The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Oh, probably gonna need that. You never know how quick the cutscenes are over in these games.
Now,
Sometimes it's half an hour, sometimes it's 5 minutes.
you learn the inevitability of your divine fate.
However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
Well, that was rude.
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do.
Ow.
Only to remind you of your duty.
Defend yourself.
In the short time since our last meeting, you have
Can't see
grown
you.
much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking.
No, that wasn't the plan.
All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
We know naught of this world nor of our place in it.
our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods.
No.
Razor guard.
Ow!
That's better.
I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are
Oh dear.
means of persuasion that might.
One good here.
Rise with us to it. Are you ready? This one.
I think I'm gonna die from Iron Slash. I used the moves in the wrong order.
You will assume the mantle you've been given.
Oh dear.
And thus is the light of hope severed.
Oh, yep, that'll do it.
You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Unless you're meant to lose that fight.
Do you not see?
I don't think I've lost a
Your
story
iron
fight
weighs you
before.
down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look
Says
beyond
don't
the
touch
walls
it.
of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure.
I thought I killed him.
They are
This is a flashback.
divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Sure, I killed him.
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become.
If gods had proven themselves to be real, like they do in this universe, I'd have slightly more respect for them.
That fact may be put to use.
Ooh.
Clive!
Oh dear.
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
So it looks like that was just a teaser fight. That wasn't the real fight with Odin.
I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I
Aye,
can
but if we
try.
die, she'll be in less of a fit state. I do wonder if that fight was winnable. But, like, you wouldn't have this much of a cutscene just for a game over, would you?
Don't look back!
Because I didn't see how far his health went down. Clive bested. Somebody else has asked the same question. Yeah, he meant to lose that fight. His HP cannot drop to 0.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn.
Why are they naked?
This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give
I mean, I guess that when you had one set of clothes and they need to dry on the fire. We made the models for them naked. You're going to see them.
Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man.
More monster than man. That's my kind of man.
And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it.
How much homework are you going to have to do before you can play the
Chosen
game?
to use it.
Yes.
Good.
By which point will you be bored and then not play it?
I've also used it to kill.
Yeah, bad guys. Well, at the very start, when you didn't know what you were doing, you killed some people on accident, but...
What if it's all I'm good for?
Clive, you're being silly. She's going to offer you some boobies on your back, which makes all men's happiness restored.
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around
There you go, orb.
And yet
Orb.
always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving. Provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
I was going to say, I think this is the first time we've actually seen them kiss. They got kiss blocked at least twice in the game so far.
Kissy kissy.
And perhaps they were naked because they were doing things naked couples do together. And it had nothing to do with being washed up and their clothes being wet. Shows you quite how much the winter adds. I hadn't even considered that. This current sword looks kind of stupid. Look how weak that blade looks. The tip. That would snap off. How's Morrowind, Skyrim, or whatever it's called, going? That's been cooking for like 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been. I think that's,
Skywind, I think they called it.
yeah, I feel like that's coming out sometime. I've been following updates of it at least once a year.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Oh.
Mid says Odin's split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Oh, I've got Shiva powers now.
I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Yeah. You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Question is, how many pages deep are you going to look?
I'm only going to get
The like top-rated ones,
top-rated ones for now.
so they're less likely to clash with each other. I guess at least if you mod it before you've started a new save, then if it breaks, it doesn't matter because there's nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Don't move.
It's the third time this medicine girl's turned up. I feel they should name her.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
That mod manager looks a lot like uTorrent.
It does. It's a nice sleek interface.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? you. This is my doing. My fault. My sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
I think I've crunched my bones a little bit when I was lying in bed. But I needed it.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings. Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Oh.
Yes. It's not as if we can
Could
put
you
ashore
turn the
wherever
heating
we
back
choose.
down to natural?
We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile.
Tiny bit.
And that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find
I'm
a place
like
that won't
comfortably
fit to
warm,
look.
but I fear that
And I have an idea who might know of one.
I'll get too
The
warm.
Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the whole place will be overrun.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well... I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Wasn't the button I was looking for.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Please, your grace. My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding
I've reached a point where I can side quest again.
And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord.
That said, I mean, I'm doing them because I'm curious about the lore and this game and stuff. But like, most of the ones that I've got like a little treasure chest, the rewards are things that I don't use because I've already got all my slots filled with more XP, more ability points, and dog auto attack.
Yeah.
For Joshua, anything.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't reach it. The stonerwort itself is unharmed by the flood.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope. Besides, I'm a dominant. The ether can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
Me.
How was she? With Canva in the hands of Akashi.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter. You can't chuck her in one of them and get met out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the Mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hub with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent.
Did you make space in your hard drive for all this crap then?
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do.
Stored a few
I'll be
games.
keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
What a wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
Canva lost.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had anything so delicious.
They're all in Ted's belly before they've even had to...
Not saying Fordian, do you? No scratches, right? Anything else?
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Pepiona.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint Gil.
Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the Twins.
And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to. Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Come again. Oh, don't. I'm not much bothered either
The
way.
stew's awfully thin these days.
What do you expect? Farmers...
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
Menu's got some strange sound effects.
It does.
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins. And though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox. Wait. You said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then
You've got
perhaps
a million
the
extra
ancient
sliders.
temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us.
No, not
Though in this
changing
case,
them.
it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
It's giving you access to things you can't actually see.
Borrow the chronicles for a short while.
Of course, Lordsman Hippocrates. You need but ask.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention.
Frozen.
As well as slow our march, and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Oh.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks. Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go. Of course.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, Yes. I hope everything's all right.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
How do you split the sea?
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Game's telling me to go on an adventure, I'm saying no. I have side quests to collect. Activate the start of all the side quests. I need to go for a wee though. Oh, there's a new hunt on the board as well. Oh no, I need a wee. Simon said he needs a wee.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. Best of luck out there, Sid.
How are you doing? Here you go.
Broken at the first hurdle. We could have probably all predicted that happening, to be honest. That's what happens when you try and mod games.
Everything's all but done for. Then it's lucky we stayed here.
Was that shouting?
I suppose at least Steam modding's probably a lot easier than like Minecraft modding and stuff used to be back in the day. Because I assume they have to follow some sort of rules of easeability or anything like that.
I don't trust this Duke. If we're not careful, he'll undo all the Dane's hard work.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
What?
High Cardinal?
Yeah.
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title.
I guess at least you hadn't beautifully customised your character when you have to quit out and go in again.
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold. A foundation upon which to build a new Sambrek. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrek. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke.
Are you winning, son?
Maybe.
For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will
What's
take
it
you to
loading?
his
The game
eminence
or
if you ask
Creation
them.
Club thing?
And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Do you run it normally instead of through the mod launcher? I think what I did the last time I modded anything is I removed the desktop icon for the standard version. Because otherwise I'd always launch the wrong bloody thing.
Oh, what's the name?
Yeah, I'm going to just activate all the side quests, then I'm going to go for a wee-wee, and then see which ones I want to do first.
And lumps, the lot of them.
Or do I just throw myself in the bath and get it over with? Don't know.
How are you doing? Quick look.
Very aggressive, saying, never ever will this happen ever.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. Existence is mean.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
It's a wonder they can still walk.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together. Since we brought everyone together, it is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon. May there indeed. I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time. No matter how many of them
Is there a mod
there
that lets you customize your character after the title screen?
Yeah.
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face.
Yeah, so you don't have to sit through it every
The longer
time.
we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. By finding those
Such a brown
ne'er-do-wells
game.
who have yet to join the
It
cause,
is, yeah.
and
Still some mods to
ensuring
fix
that
that
they
as well.
never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more. How could I refuse? Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you. I'll go and speak with him.
What's the...
Can't catch my breath today.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebear's flames burn ever in your heart.
Kieran, why is breathing difficult? It's not fair.
What's happened? I can't... Gator, you're right, old Beric.
Clive, you'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive.
Ugh.
I owe you one.
Oxygen not found.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours.
I know, but...
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
You had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. And at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randala then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
Oh.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
You'd think I'd eaten pizza and kebab or something. But I don't normally suffer this much. I guess I had to lie down.
Fancy a look at the
I would have
list,
splashed
do you?
all the acid.
Anything catch your eye? Seen enough?
Right, well, I've activated all the quests, so that's something. Yeah, I don't want to, but I need to get in that bath, I think. Because I am the stink. I don't want to be the stink.